It is the furthest thing from a secret that Kapow is a big fan of Scott Snyder's American Vampire series. In a time when vampires in fiction were sparkly ponces with massive hair, he made them scary again. He made them cool again.
Yes.
And he did it all with an awesome story.
And that's why we were excited to see the first American Vampire Anthology come out. With the exception of Stephen King's contribution at the beginning of the series, American Vampire has been solely written by Scott Snyder and drawn mainly by Raphael Albuquerque, so I was really keen to see how other writers and artists would handle this world that they'd created.
Absolutely, and there's a variety of story styles and visual styles on display here. Some of them use existing characters from the series, some of them create new ones, but I've got to say, my favourite in this whole anthology was Essence of Life. Written by Gail Simone with art by Tula Lotte, it reveals an untold chapter from the life of series regular Hattie Haybridge, and really makes the most of the 8-page structure.
I really enjoyed that one as well. It managed to create empathy for one of the series' villains by showing her as a struggling young actress, but ends by reminding us of exactly how scary she can be.
I did find some of the others a little bit standard in terms of the stories they were telling though. Bleeding Kansas, written by Albuquerque with art by Ivo Milazzo for example, has a great watercolour visual style but seems a little by the numbers as a vampire story.
I felt the same way about Last Night by Gabrielle Barr and Fabio Moon. Visually, it's probably my favourite in the anthology. It captures the feeling of the 1940s New York jazz scene beautifully, a real feast for the eyes. But again, the story is a teensy bit predictable. I think overall my favourite was Canadian Vampire, written by Jeff Lemire with art by Ray Fawkes. There's a great minimal feel to the artwork and it captures the menace and the unease that I love from this series. I really hope that the Canadian Vampire pops up in the regular series. It was so cool.
Yeah, well that's the other cool thing about this anthology, I think. There are plenty of stories in there which could easily be fleshed out into a larger tale, which is great to see. I mean, this is exactly what I needed while I was waiting for the series to return,
Totally.
so I'm giving it a buy.
Yeah, it's such a rich world that Snyder's created here. It's definitely a buy from me as well. There are so many stories yet to be told, which is such great news for fans like us.
Isn't it though? Oh, when's it coming back? Need it now.